Hey everybody, welcome back to Harmonic. For the ones that don't know, my name is Imari. So I haven't reacted to, or react to, they're already on Patreon. I haven't posted the reaction highlights, my second set of reaction highlights to the show Ratched. My set of reaction highlights to the second episode of Ratched Season 1. You'll be watching those right now. Instead of me just posting reaction highlights to the shows that y'all want to watch, the shows that y'all prioritize, I'm gonna be a little bit all over the place and post reactions to the shows that I haven't published reaction highlights to in a long time. I haven't forgotten Naruto, Yu-Gi-Oh! All the discussions to those shows will be coming up soon. I won't be posting reaction highlights to those simply because I don't want to get a strike on my channel. Instead, you'll just be getting the discussions to those and me just continuing with the shows, which I have been doing on Patreon. So enjoy this set of reaction highlights, and without further ado, enough jibber jabber, let's get into this reaction right freaking now. Love the color change here. It's like he's going to a completely different world, another dimension.
Blow winds and crack your cheeks. And then it happened again in St. Louis and the next night in Galesburg until finally I said, Len Bromley!
What a great Shakespearean actor.
You're very full of yourself.
Yeah, he is a little bit.
No one cares why you're here. You forgot your lines. So what? Maybe you're just growing old. I was a legend. A household name all over Europe. I've sung every great soprano role, from Brunhilde to Turandot. I am here because I have no choice.
Okay.
My melancholia has gotten the better of me. I wake up in strange places.
Whoa.
Not knowing how I got there.
Oh, that's horrifying.
I am hoping the procedure evens me out a little bit. Also, I really need to quit smoking.
That was funny.
What's your name?
That was funny. Oh no.
Peter. It's nice to meet you, Peter. I'm Lily.
This show just keeps reminding you
What
how
brings you to
messed
see
up
Dr.
it is.
Hanover, if you don't mind me asking.
My mom says I daydream.
Observers in the operating theater today, just some government officials and a reporter. Nothing for you to concern yourselves with.
I'm sorry, a reporter. I was hoping that the details of my condition would remain confidential.
What, that you're a lesbian? That much is plain. It's made obvious by your facial structure.
Okay, that's
I refuse
weird.
to wear this. My entire backside will be exposed.
I don't think I don't think I'm a fan of that, of what she said. But what he said was hilarious though.
And there may be some dried blood at the site of incision.
Dried blood at the site of incision? Oh, we're getting a team now.
And I'm confident you'll find today's event worth your time.
Oh, it is already worth my time.
Hopefully he means it in a way that she's looks stunning instead of, him thinking that, or him being a pervert.
And now, the main event.
Here's Dr. Hanover, a
visionary who, like the governor, believes that our correctional system should do exactly that. Correct, rather than penalize.
What was that?
I present to you the lobotomy.
Probably something on the roof.
In 1935, Portuguese neurologist Antonio Egas Moniz first attempted a procedure that I now wish to make commonplace. Juvenile distraction, mania, memory loss, lesbianism. All of these maladies can be subdued, if not reversed, by surgically disrupting a series of neural connections in the brain's white matter.
Oh man, that is terrible. Come on. Why would you want to get rid of lesbianism? I hope that she realizes that nothing's wrong with her for being a lesbian, you know? Oh, that is disgusting.
A reminder that these are involuntary movements that emerge as the neural connections are severed.
Oh.
And the procedure is complete.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Miss Hardcastle.
Okay.
Miss Hardcastle?
Nurse Ratched, if you could quickly attend to our guest, I'd like to proceed with today's program.
Neural connections separated? Is that what he said? She has just stunning outfits. Like, I really want to do some kind of cool suit cosplay regarding Nurse Ratched.
My name is Mildred Ratched, and I work with Dr. Hanover at Lucia State Hospital. We're housing an inmate there. Edmund Tullison. Do you recognize that name?
Yes. Yes, I do. What do you want with me?
I drove an hour and a half to tell you that I am trying to get Mr. Tullison fit to stand trial so that he can be punished for what he did to those priests and to you.
She's lying.
By having an interview with Dr. Hanover and telling him what you saw.
So this is how she's gonna get her brother out. If it is, as I presume, her brother.
I'm scheduled to speak to the state prosecutors in
When?
2 weeks' time. I'm just not well enough. I just can't.
I understand, Father. So you know there is another child of God out there who is praying for you.
She can really pull off that sincere face. Oh, she is terrifying.
With animals. I mean, it's like a real functioning actual barn. I overheard Dr. Hanover talking about buying an Arabian stallion. So I've looked into getting riding lessons because maybe that's something he and I could do together.
Ooh, somebody took her apple.
Excuse me. You're eating my peach.
Oh, sorry, peach.
All right, you're holding my peach.
Should have noticed that immediately. Yeah, that's a peach.
I don't see your name on it.
And who would do that?
Exactly. Put their name on it.
On a peach.
Yes.
Somebody who really wanted it.
And how would one go about such a thing?
Oh, she's gonna hurt you.
A simple tool that John and Jane Q. Public already have around the home. An ice pick.
Wait, are you gonna stick that in her eye?
Above the eye, against the thin...
Yeah, but that's still her eye, though.
Driving it 5 centimeters into the frontal lobe.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, fuck. Oh, she immediately puked.
Peach.
Oh,
So sorry.
I thought that she said my peach.
That is
She wasn't even
unacceptable.
worried about her. She was worried about her
Are you a nurse,
peach.
Miss Bucket, or a lily-livered housefrau? If you don't have the stomach for a procedure that could revolutionize the field of medicine, perhaps you should find other employment.
Well, that was sexist.
Now go change the goddamn bedpan! Both of you!
Watch your tone, dude. Jesus. Woo. Now I know why a lot of people do not want to watch this show.
hosed down like a circus animal.
Well, frankly, it seems barbaric. Under armed guard, of course, but you won't be blasted with a fire hose and you'll be able to lather up yourself.
Kind of like that part. I like feeling him soap up my balls.
So is the gauge voice activated? Was that even a thing back then?
So, how about you let me show you around?
I'm sorry?
I'm driving down to Monterey this afternoon. Would you care to join me?
No, thank you.
Is she asking her out?
It's nothing but longshoremen and morphine addicts trying to sell their poetry.
You sure? It's a stunner of a drive. You know what? I could go for a nightcap. What do you say?
She wants to tear that ass up. Oh man, this is good. This is good stuff. So this is the equivalent or an actual gay bar, but it's hidden from everybody else and only a few people know about it. What were they doing? This really reminds me of Unbreakable, you know, with the whole slow burn that they have going on, and they're constantly building and building towards something, and the camera's just closing in and closing in and closing in. And there are slides and rotating shots. Oh, Edmund was just staring at him?
And then he just walked away. He didn't even run. Oh God.
But why didn't he come after you though? That's what I'm wondering.
Finish your tea, Father.
Did he want you to be the witness to this all?
You see,
She thinks that she's helping him by doing this, but she's not.
is my brother.
This is how it's gonna end, isn't it? Oh,
God bless you.
oh. What an episode. I applaud her. I applaud her for creating this diabolical plan, but at the same time, above all, this is horrible. They talked about cadavers from Oakland County Morgue. I think that's gonna have a comeback. Also, Dr. Hanover's miracle procedure. We saw a Shakespearean actor. I think the actor has dementia. We saw a photographer, an actress, and also a kid that daydreams. His name is Peter. Dr. Hanover talked about a Portuguese scientist and a Italian psychiatrist. They did some procedures back then, some gruesome ones might I add, and they found out, or Dr. Hanover found out, that there is a easier way to reach the prefrontal lobe, and that's by transorbital lobotomy. And of course, it's so sad that all these poor people have gone through these acts of lobotomy, because so much way back when was so misunderstood, with the governor's secretary talking about the governor and Hanover believing in this, to them, true, correct way of helping these people through lobotomy and not penalizing them. They truly believe this is what the correctional system should do. And at one point, Dr. Hanover even spoke about John and Jane Q. Public and why they have a nice pic, but he didn't go in further detail regarding what they've actually done. So I have to look them up for my reaction to the third episode. You'll see me talking about that in the discussion. He spoke about these 4 people who he sees as patients who in his mind have juvenile distraction, mania, memory loss, and lesbianism, which he sees as maladies that can be subdued if not reversed by surgically disrupting a series of neutral connections in the brain's white matter. And this all makes so much sense that in that time that this is what they would believe, which indirectly makes them bigoted and also directly makes them bigoted, because they could have just easily had a conversation with people, you know, and asked them what they're actually going through, how they think that they could help, instead of having this idea that, oh yeah, let's just see what's wrong with your brains. Clearly there's something wrong, right, to them, and in a matter of speaking fix their brain, but actually nothing needed to be fixed in the first place. I think we're gonna see that in each episode, that Ratched just doesn't play around. She is there with a mission. She's going to make sure that she achieves that mission, and she starts out with, of course, the guy that I spoke of in the previous episode. I need to look his name up again. And her second victim is Father Andrews, by first spiking his tea or coffee or whatever he had in his cup, and slowly but surely lobotomizing him, which was so gruesome and so surreal that this is something that people can have nightmares about. Yeah, it's definitely something that you might not forget. Spoken of the 4 people who were used as test projects, I love that they spoke about being all these celebrities, whether B-list or A-list, having all these wonderful careers, and then it just gets taken away from them and they can't do anything about it. They've been probably told to seek treatment and maybe even convinced that this will only better themselves and better their futures. But sadly they don't know, and it's quite unfortunate that they have to go through this. But hopefully they manage to get away from this state hospital, Lucia State Hospital, and learn along the way that it's okay to be who they are and get the proper help that they need, whatever they need to prosper and live their life without anybody telling them that this is not the way to go, and that they need to have an ice pick shoved through their eye socket just to heal them, or what was the other thing? Neutral connections surgically disrupted. Spoken of Mildred not playing around, at one point she says that she's Catholic. Whether she's lying or not, she gets what she wants. Even though the priest is not ready to confess, but he does want to, and it's really ingenious. I dare say evil genius scientist plan to convince this traumatized priest, in front of a nun by the way, to tell her everything that she needs to know, and then mess him up to not being able to confess to anybody else at all. Not the nuns, not the cops, nobody. Gwendolyn Briggs doesn't eat bologna. I bet that's something that's gonna come back later on, hopefully not to her detriment. You can see that Gwen and Hanover really like Mildred. That's something that they have in common. It's quite relatable. And at one point Gwen asks her out. I wonder which characteristics or mannerisms, or maybe it's her looks, that got her attracted to Mildred. It immediately made me think about jazz music, which is my favorite music genre, so I really felt at home there. We see that after Gwen takes her out, they go for a nightcap at a gay bar. It seemed like Gwen trying to figure out, in a matter of speaking, if she's one of us. Mildred wasn't having it. I wonder what the mindset was with her. Did she think beforehand that maybe Gwen was just trying to be her friend? Maybe this is just loneliness catching up with her and she was looking for a friend. Maybe that's why Mildred went with her in the first place and didn't see it as anything else. Or maybe she did see it as something more and thought that, hey, maybe they're just gonna have sexual relations and maybe keep this a secret between those two. Nurse Bucket spoke about Dr. Hanover wanting a Arabian stallion. And of course it makes sense that he would want a barn for a stallion. But at the same time, why have all of that? Like, is there something larger at stake? Am I not seeing the bigger picture? What is he trying to do? What is his motive here? Last but not least, it's going to be interesting to see how these stories intertwine with each other, how they will commence further, and what the next episodes have in store for us. Guys and girls, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this discussion, these reaction highlights, my intro, everything. I look forward to putting out more reactions. You know the usuals. Check out my description, check out all my links. I have merch, I have a Patreon page. Go join me there, see what you like, let me know about it there, let me know about my YouTube videos in their respected comment sections. Check out my subscription offer video, it's at the top of the page. I don't know what you call that. Is that the trailer to my channel? Yeah, that's it, trailer to my channel. The main trailer to my channel, I should say. And there's nothing else left to say. Then I hope to see you in the next reaction video, trailer reaction, or full uncut reaction. Bye.